Hello, this is another vlog, and I'm actually just going to talk about some random things. First, Scooby-Doo. So, Scooby-Doo in the mid-90s, and the reason why I'm talking about it, but first I'm going to make sure that you can't hear what I'm listening to, because YouTube is a stickler these days, and YouTube hates it when I actually voiced in freaking music, even though I'm just listening to it, not actually putting it in the video. And I'll talk about that one a little bit later. But let's continue with Scooby-Doo. So Scooby-Doo, my goodness. I'm right now Zombie Island's on. And I just was thinking about Scooby-Doo in the late 90s. The fact that they actually wanted to try something new. The fact that they actually, Zombie Island said, let's see what happens if we just split them up. Allow them to go their separate ways and live and grow and such. With that said, then basically, you had Daphne, who became a librarian. You had, did I say Daphne? I meant to say Velma. My goodness, Velma. Daphne and Fred became a TV reporter and our cameraman. And as for Scooby and Shaggy, they became security guards. And with that said, I would actually talk about just the idea that they changed things, with her. And in fact, Zombie Island was just interesting, along with many others, because let's see, you had them going against zombies, you had them going against a witch slash a warlock, you had them actually going against aliens, and also you had a computer virus as well they went against, along with various other things. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it, but they were expanding and broadening their reach, I don't know why, but they were just figuring out something. So with that said, well, the only other thing is just the fact of how they developed Daphne's character. The fact that in the movie franchise, the real life movie franchise, they actually made Daphne not a damsel in distress anymore, but actually someone who could take care of herself. And that actually went into the next Scooby-Doo series, which sadly that one got canceled. And then they created a brand new one. And guess what the brand new one does? Revert her back into her damsel in distress. Used to be, yeah. So I think it's kind of messed up that they dropped that. It only just lived for one season. That's it. For one series, that's it. Could at least continue on just for a little bit later until, I don't know, maybe until no one can actually remember the movie franchise it came from. And they created their own movie franchise too, so they have a brand new one, which is kind of weird. And the fact that, yeah, this new franchise and this new movie franchise, even though they had one real movie, and then they had a special. I would say the second movie was a special. Which is kind of weird that in this series and movie franchise, you actually have Shaggy and Velma trying to hook up. In the movie, Shaggy had the hots for Velma. But on the other hand, Velma had the hots for Shaggy. Which, I think we know how to fix this, don't we? Take the movie version of Shaggy and replace it with Shaggy, and there you go. That's just that easy to do. Which, even so, you had Shaggy in the late 80s, I think, or 70s. He actually split up from the gang, and Shaggy and Scooby-Doo actually, with Scrappy-Doo, actually went on their own adventure and did their own thing, which is interesting. You do have to admit that's kind of interesting. And Shaggy actually met his girlfriend. Oh wow, and this Saturday is Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. Speaking of that, but still, he had a girlfriend of his own. He had a girlfriend that had blonde hair, and chances are, I would say, she could actually have ended up as his wife. Okay. Yeah, could have ended up as his wife and everything, but I don't know. I didn't really catch the end of it. I think sadly this is one of the ones where it's oh, the show's not doing any good. Okay, cancel it. Let's just bring back Scooby-Doo and Where Are You stuff, or the brand new Avengers of that and stuff. Which I wish they actually had closure on that. Or heck, they actually touch on that. But of course, the only person who really gets screwed over in this whole entire deal, in this whole entire franchise period, is Daphne. I mean, Velma, sorry. And there's one time where Velma actually did have a love interest, and sadly it turned out he was the bad guy. That was kind of messed up. So, will Velma ever have any love? Will she actually find someone to love? And let's exclude the whole robot chicken mess, because, yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, that was really messed up. Technically, I don't even care about Scooby-Doo anymore, or like it, but I am interested. I guess I'm still interested. It's just that I just can't take the new stuff. And I think the best one that happened was Scooby and Shaggy, that series. That was a good series. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. Sadly, it was short-lived. I think what would have been cooler is the fact that they actually did have Shaggy have a love interest within the series, you know? Like, for instance, have the Blondie, who he dated, like, a long time ago, in the series, but she's actually, like, the waitress. So, yeah. So there would be a nice Easter egg to be like, hey, don't we know that character from somewhere? And you look back in the tapes and you're like, holy crap, that's the one, that's the girl that Shaggy actually dated. Oh, no way, they're setting it up. But sadly, yeah, that was a good show. It's sad that that one just survived one semester. But anyways, back to Zombie Island. Zombie Island was one of these movies that actually, well, I do have to admit, first, the trailer that came, it was good. The trailer made it seem like a very good horror film. And when you actually watch it, you actually found out, which, if you haven't seen it, where the heck have you been? It's been out for 16 years. 16 years, man. I saw it when it first came out, and I was just 8 years old. You guys should have been saw it. Or watching it like right now while I'm recording this. Anyways, if this is a spoiler for you, that sucks, but it's been out for years. So, it turns out that the zombies are the good guys, and the bad guys are actually the people who they meet in Louisiana, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Excuse me. What's even crazy is that the people actually are cat people. And the worst thing of it all is that Fred's Fred's video camera got pushed in the marsh, meaning that it's gone forever. They have no evidence whatsoever of their story. So that means that Velma, if she wants to, could become a writer now and write about all her escapades, which I think that she did. Yeah, I think she actually did do that. Or it could have been Daphne. But either way, I would say someone could actually take this story and write it and make a fiction or a true story book and actually get cash for it. Well, with this said, this goes on to the next part. So, next up is Small Soldiers. Because this is, yeah, you have Zombie Island and Small Soldiers both in the same boat. I mean, you have someone that you thought was the good guy, and it turns out that they're the bad guy, or someone that's a bad guy that turns out to be a good guy. So my story of this is that, and heck, no way, this actually came out the same year as this movie. So these both came out at the same time. Wow. Well, anyways, Small Soldiers, before I saw Small Soldiers, and before the whole actual this decade where they actually show you everything before even seeing the movie, I wish it was back then, because then I wouldn't be so stupid when I actually went back into the car. But anyways, before I saw the movie or anything, I had Nick Nitro from Burger King, and I was playing with him because I thought the soldiers would be the good guys and the monsters are the bad guys. As soon as you go into Small Soldiers, you watch it, you're like, holy crap, oh my gosh, what the heck, no freaking way. As soon as you come out, then, yeah, so here's my reaction. I go in the back seat. I see Nick Nitro, and I'm like, oh, oh, yeah, straight up from the other seat because I'm like, oh crap, he's a bad guy. I guess the funny part is that this Nick Nitro action figure is not an official action figure. It's one from Burger King, like I said. And this was the one that if you pull the string in the back, he'll come to pieces. Till this day, he hasn't been reassembled. Yeah, I think all his pieces are in different boxes. But yeah, it kind of sucked. I thought the soldiers were the good guys, but it turns out the soldiers were the bad guys. It's like with the zombies here are the good guys and the people are the bad guys. So it's kind of like, oh my gosh. Whew. I guess the next ones to actually hook this to is like Maleficent, or whatever say that, and also Wreck-It Ralph, and I think what was it? Frozen. Yeah, Frozen 2 has something connected to this too. Which also brings to this nice little segue. The fact that Disney, something's going on with Disney. I mean, for the past few years actually, not days, past few years, they actually had like movies or such where they're like, I don't know, they take a bad guy and make him a good guy. You know what I'm talking about? Like Wreck-It Ralph, he's a bad guy in the game, but yet they basically made it so that he was actually a hero than a bad guy. With that said, it's just amazing. And since technically I think Disney is a evil organization, evil business, evil company, I think they're trying to bring like retribution for their own self to basically be like, we're not bad, and even if we're bad, we're still good inside. We're not bad. That's what I think that they're trying to do, is basically make it so that even if they're bad guys, that doesn't mean that they're really, really bad guys. And Maleficent is another one. The fact that they took the evil witch and made her as a good guy. Or she seems like a good guy. Or Frozen, to actually make her sister seem evil, but actually she's not evil at all. Sadly, I haven't seen that movie, but still, yeah. And also, I guess Entangled, even though I have a weird idea, but still, Entangled, basically you have this guy who was getting a crown, and the crown actually went into her house. So he had to retrieve it, but she hit him with a frying pan and then kept him hostage. So yeah, it seems more of a fact of she's supposed to be the main character, but you just got the main character in a the main character became a hostage. Not hostage, a kidnapper. The fact that she actually held him in contempt or held him hostage because she wanted something out of it. I understand you want to be free and all, but it's kind of like if you fell down in a dungeon and you have the only person who could actually get you out or didn't even want to bother you. All he wanted to do is just get his thing that just fell in the hole. Instead, you came out with a freaking stick or a knife or whatever and straight up had him in the back of the corner saying, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" And you just hit him in the head, and then you freaking tied him up in a bunch of leaves and stuff, and was like, "Alright, who are you? Why in the world you're here? Are you here to kill me?" Which, thinking about it now, it kind of sounds more like she's a freaking old man than anything. But yeah, seriously, I mean, there's something up with Disney. The fact that they're turning bad guys good, or that all stuff, you know. Now let's talk about freaking Sony. I mean, Sony. Yeah, we should talk about Sony, but I guess why not talk about Sony? So, Sony. A crazy question, especially from Monthly Fool, came up while I was reading yesterday, researching how much money the new Michael Jackson CD will cost me. So, while actually reading, it actually said something about how Michael Jackson, are they giving him, are they really, are they basically milking him or trying to give honor to him? Are they just using all they have, or are they actually bringing honor to him? Of course, if anyone wants my answer, I would say yes and no. Yes, the fact that you're getting songs that you really want to listen to. I mean, like for instance, The Place with No Name, that was leaked, and it took them 6 years? Yeah, it took them 6 years to actually finally release that. Blue Gangster was released in the internet. Lots of stuff was released in the internet in 2006. Kind of funny that nowadays they basically are like, well, we got the album, and the album featured this song, so yeah, we're kicking all the songs that have, all the videos that have this song featured in them off YouTube. It's like, they've been here since 2006. It should be more of a badge of honor to know that 16 million or 5 million or at least 1 million people to actually say, yeah, we listened to it. Or heck, maybe the same person or same persons are actually listening to it. It should be more of showing how you're like, yes, yes, we know that song is great. We're going to make sure you guys get to hear that song and have that song and keep that song. Sorry, I'm looking at freaking Scooby Doo trying to make it on a boat. Oh, that poor guy. Oh, ooh, dang. Oh, anyways, yeah. I think they shouldn't even go for it and be like, oh yeah, get rid of that freaking video. No, 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 no. It shouldn't be like that. And Sony is the same ones who actually have ownership on Spider-Man too. And man, I mean, really. Yeah, don't get me started on that. Now, on to, oh crap, I just forgot who was the person that was mainly, oh yeah, YouTube, of course. So YouTube. YouTube has changed since I actually first tried and attempted on it. So, it was 2009 when I tried and attempted on it with another account. And you can see that basically they had some laws and crap about it, which I was like, I mean, here's my deal. My deal is this, is that if you are a YouTube partner, you should get flagged and stuff about things that you don't actually have ownership on or getting something on it. As for when it comes to like someone who's not even a YouTube partner, someone who has less than like 100 people following them, it should actually become a fact of saying, you know what, they're no threat. And even if it gets like 1 million plus views, then you could do something about it, I guess. You could actually be like, yeah, we're going to tag a commercial in there. That's going to help and all. Or if they get something, they're getting like revenue or something, you can basically secretly tag that. So, yeah, because they're not even YouTube partners. I mean, they're not getting any money and no profit from it. So you can secretly just basically say, yeah, we got ownership on that video and any other videos that actually feature our stuff and they're not YouTube partners. I mean, does that make sense? Because, like, for instance, they flagged like a few of my videos from way back then, and yeah, it's kind of stupid. And then it turns out that now the Digimon people actually are like, oh, you're using our music? Grr? And then they all of a sudden start to freaking flag that too. So you can't even use old Digimon music. So Yeah, what's the world come to? And I think even Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you can't even use their music either. So it comes to the point of being careful of what you use as your soundtrack more than ever. Even though I'm just saying, personally, as for someone who's not a YouTube partner, and even if they do give me the offer YouTube partner, I wouldn't be worthy of it because notice, I only have like 6 subscribers. I mean, yeah, it's not really that flattering of me being a freaking. Not unless they're basically doing this crazy idea where they're like, but we're gonna give you publicity and stuff. You're gonna get more people watching you and everything, and we're actually basically screwing you over from the get go. And unless you have good stuff, good material, and able to trick people into watching your crap, well, we've basically been blocking you. So no one could actually see your crap or see anything that you put on there because, well, we basically are a monopoly here, and whoever actually gets like a big viral video out, well, they get to have publicity while you don't get unless you do a viral video or something. Which I'm like, really? Viral video? Seriously? I mean, real life, personally, I'm talking about real life. I get like so many people laughing at all stuff I say. So, doesn't that mean that chances are, if you allow people get a chance to listen and just straight up laugh at what I say, chances are I'll be able to get enough subscribers, to get a lot of subscribers, than you actually being like, oh, you need a viral video, and then after that we can come to talks, or using some crappy publicity idea of, all right, so for like a big flash, all of a sudden we flash boobs in the freaking video, and that's how we'll basically have that boob video in the boob picture in the video, so lots of people, lots of guys can be stupid enough to click on it, so we can actually get that. Yeah, even though you will get thumbs down a lot, but still, I guess their point was just to get enough people to watch, which it works perfectly. Or just the fact, the idea, you're like, hey, girlfriend, do you want to help me out here? Or wife? Or, yeah, I mean, seriously, it's kind of like a flawed attention popularity crap. The fact that you have to know how to play the game. And if you do know how to play the game, you'll be freaking up there. And if not, then they're going to basically say you until, yeah, a long time later when you actually get enough people to actually just find you all by themselves. Yeah, it's like, yeah. But really, the point is just the fact of how they freaking do things. It's like, really, so this is how you do things? The fact that you actually have to freaking. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense how they were like, we're gonna have to just tell them that you did this, and then, yeah, you can't have people listen to your videos, which, personally, I would like to say this. Is that if you mute in some countries the video and the audio stuff, there's one thing they need to know. Along with their song, they mute the person's voice. And technically, I guess in one way or another, you can straight up sue right back and say, hey, you muted my voice. You don't own my voice either. So, yeah. Yeah, so you have this big argument where you're like, yeah, you muted my crap, though. I mean, if you mute my crap, that means that everything in the video is yours. But since it's only just your music at the very end, because that's like the first time ever I got something that flagged me, it was like a cool ending to a movie that I was using special effects for. I'm like, well, you muted the whole entire freaking video. And the thing is that to mute the whole entire video, it has to be your whole entire song, which I think your song is might be actually long enough to do it, but still, I'm just saying the fact of you have to actually have like straight up claims to it. If you don't have claims to all the soundtrack of the video, then how in the frick are you actually going to be like, oh, we're muting it? And it's like at the very end where the song is, and then all the way through it to the end, it's just my voice. I don't think you have the right to even mute it. I mean, unless you're able to cut it, sliver it off, and basically mute that part, yeah. I mean, if you mute the all the way, yeah, if you did what you did, which is mute the whole entire thing, it's kind of like, so, you own my voice too. I mean, and no one can actually own your voice either. I mean, yes, they can kind of own it, but they can't own it. Like, for instance, the Roadrunner. They can own Meep Meep and all that, but they can't own if she actually talks in that voice. The only thing they can really own is just Meep Meep. That's it. As for Wile E. Coyote's voice, they can own basically that. They can't own that because he does talk. So, yeah. But in later days, I mean, you basically have the same person voicing over a few things. Like, for instance, Shoutmon is actually the same person who voiced in Tenkai Knights, the green dude. So, if you can really actually put claims on voice, then okay, I guess you can mute it. But if you can't put claims on voices, that means that you can't mute the video at all. I think the only thing you can do is just basically profit off it by saying buy this song at dot 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 like you usually do. And as for like unknown YouTubers or basically people like, for instance, me who's like way down below that no one actually can notice him, and the whole like 301 plus views. I don't get that. Yeah, I don't freaking get that. So that means that you shouldn't even have to be like, oh yeah, we're going to mute your crap because you have something of theirs that they don't want people to hear. I'm like, no one will hear it in the first place, stupids. Seriously, no one will hear it in the first place. Technically, not even 1,000 people will actually listen to the freaking video. I mean, seriously, no one will actually listen to the video, and you be scared and like, oh my gosh, I'm losing profits because this dude actually has like 1,000 viewers, and they get to listen to my music for free and all. I'm like, it's just 1,000 people. Chances are, you should be trying to bust the other freaking places where they actually able to download the music. I mean, I'm not even trying to be like, oh yeah, I so need to screw you over and everything. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to do that. All I'm trying to do is just showing people some nice graphics, and I need music for it. And it's kind of messed up that there's some people who actually did do the song and they don't get muted at all, but me, along with many others, they get straight up muted and everything, and like, this video is not suitable for this country, or this video has been muted in this country, or your video can't be seen in all these locations and everything. Like, do you think that it actually will have 1,000 people watching this? I don't think so. I'll just close it out with YouTube's other deal. It's the fact of the whole claims rights thing. I mean, like, if you want to be a whistleblower and freaking go when they have something that's illegal or something that they don't own but they put on there, like, for instance, just to be a jerk, I guess, like Power Ranger episodes, yeah, there's no real way to actually straight up blow the whistle on them because, yeah, their crap sucks. I mean, it's basically like, oh, so does this belong to you? I'm like, no, idiots. It belongs to Disney. And basically, it came to the part of threatening you, saying, okay, well, if it's not yours and you made this claim or this claim is wrong, your freaking account will be deleted and you're going to be banned. And stupid. I'm trying to help you get out. I'm trying to tell you that this jerk right here had the movie Frozen, but they only put a few parts in there. I'm like, yeah, I mean, sadly, I'm one of those ones who are like, ooh, Frozen on freaking YouTube, click. And as soon as it's like, okay, we have like part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I click the second one, it's like nothing at all. I'm like, the hell? Seriously? Yeah, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna whistleblow your freaking butt. I tried looking at all through his other ones, and those actually didn't have anything. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna skew over, man. And I freaking report his behind, but it wasn't that nice. I think my account's still alive. I think they found him and said, screw you. This is Disney's property. You have no reason to put this on here. Flag. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess technically that's what flagged for, but I wanted to do something even more. Or is that how flag works? I forgot how flag works. I'm just saying the fact that their claims thing can actually have more than that. Like, you could actually be a tattletale and, heck, give some freaking reward money on it, too. But of course, I wouldn't actually narc on anyone. Not unless they screw me over like that guy. I mean, if they actually have, like, a movie on there and the movie's good and everything, I would basically be like, play on, freedom fighter, play on. But if they're, like, total jerks and they're like, alright, so I put up Man of Steel on YouTube, and then you get like 3 seconds of Man of Steel, and then all of a sudden you get rickrolled for like the next hour or so. Yeah, that dude gets flagged. That dude just get flagged because it's like, oh, okay, you're gonna do that? Flagged. Yeah, so no one else have to be like, the fuck? Yeah, just straight up flag that dumb bastard. Flag him. That's all you gotta do is flag. If it's like something horrible that you're like, best porn ever, even though I wasn't gonna do it. Yeah, I would never do that crap. Let me find a better example. Oh, if it says Super Mega Force, like Super Mega Force Episode 1, and they basically have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on for the first episode instead of that one, even though you wouldn't complain on that, but I'm just saying, for someone who likes the newer stuff than the older stuff, yeah, go ahead and report that fool. Yeah, go ahead and report him. Oh, man. It's like, yeah, so if they're not doing their job or not putting something that they promise, report that fool. Yeah, just straight up report that fool, because that fool deserves it if he's kind of stupid or smart alecky enough to be like, oh yeah, making fun of people, making them think they got something but get something else. Well, I'm done. Thank you for listening, and peace out.